stacking armor.
Yeah, and you've also got Karma to add extra shields in there, Redemption Locket, etc. I do like the bronze from CLG. They kind of need to know they're going to have to get scrappy. They've chosen the top lane tank, so they kind of need to team fight. So they're going to take more of a team fighting oriented support there in Braum. But TSM's comp looks really good.
And one nice thing about the Braum support with the triple marksman is that you almost instantly proc the passive stun in the team fight. So that is very powerful. You can block out stuns. You can block out damage coming out from the Varus with his Qs, with your Unbreakable. So there's a lot going for the Braum pick. But this is just very clearly a game that is on a timer for CLG. If they are not doing well in the early game, or even honestly getting a very big lead, I'm talking like 5K, then they're probably losing this game.
Well, we'll have to see what TSM can get done, because I think Sven and Bjergsen can also make plays in the early game, so it's not like TSM are just waiting for the first 10, 15 minutes and letting the game come to them. So tightly balanced here for CLG. They've got very powerful champions in the 3 marks that they've drafted right in the center of their map, but TSM a bit more of a balanced comp. Curious to see kind of how the pace of this one plays out, but CLG versus TSM. The owners expected to go to 3 games. We expected to go to 3 games, I think, coming into it, and I'm sure the crowd would love 3 good ones. So let's start off with this one.
And I gotta be honest, I really don't like the CLG comp.
Okay.
I think it's tough, and the more I think about it, the less I like it. Sing up 2 actually, so they're using that TP. They are gonna try to snowball it. They know they need to go for something, and they're setting up for the dive.
Also trying to dodge it, eats the first Q, Dashon slams him into the wall! And there's first blood for Xmithy. No teleports, it's the 4v4 only. That's who he's gonna get poked in, while Turtle misses his first Q, but they spot Xmithy. Oh, great flash on from Turtle! That should be a kill for TSM. Sven collects it. But now they can maybe turn it around. Biofrost in the front lines has to flash out. Dashon rotates in, moves Biofrost back in, and that might be enough damage. Certainly is as who he gets a kill for himself.
Of Varus, that's going to be quite helpful, and they're looking for a play here on the bot side.
Speed up from Biofrost.
No flash on Turtle.
Really good stunts. He needs one more auto. Xmithy flashes in for it. Heal is down as well. And now the smoke screen not quite enough. Sven able to turn it around. Turtle gets one. Sven grabs the other. And now Stixay getting a ball enough. Lands the snare. That should be a follow-up kill. Flash out from Stixay might save, but Hui wants to take out Sven lives with a W. Sniper's not quite enough. The shield from Biofrost going to keep him alive.
TSM get it all there.
Ow.
The TP even from Darshan. Everyone stays alive, or they need to make plays happen now. I really do feel like the time is running out. They need to make some plays.
Sven actually taking a little too much damage. Din ulti there, but Afro gets snared up by the Ten of Corruption. They follow him through. Syndra ulti's going to get it, and Haunter able to take down Afro. Gets punted back to the turret though by the Jaces. Darshan slams him into a wall. And there's the trade kill for CLG. Xmithy here doesn't have his ulti as Bjergsen's just trying to kite away. Darshan, he wants to pick up somebody else, but CLG can't chase forever because Turtle's got so much poke. Overcommit for TSM. You said it already.
Oh,
they want to play it slow they can, but they're not playing this slow at all. Like Xmithy tagged up by the stun is forced to fight, but Haunter is on a great flank. Darshan going to charge this up. Hits nobody in Turtle. Flash on to Darshan. He's going to get crushed down here as Bjergsen gets the kill for TSM. And now he flashes in, looks for Hui, gets a double stun out. So creative from Bjergsen. Syndra needs a little bit more. Xmithy low, forced the heal out for Stixay to stay alive.
Attacking the 4-man squad.
Bjergsen is going all into Stixay. That's a bit more damage. Not quite enough to get the kill though. Here's a return ultimate. Biofrost going to take these up. Bjergsen trying to trade hits back and forth. Last bullets there, misses. And now damage onto Afro. Last Q not there for Biofrost. Little short for Afro.
So far away. Not really super realistic at this point in the game.
Oh, this could be a catch on the Turtle. Afro making a flash on top of him. This should be an easy one. 6A. First kill of the game for him. Spended so much to try and get something done. Now
they rush the Baron though. The bases were completed. We talked about how fast they can kill this. Do they make the call?
They have to go. It's a threat. And CLG, they're going to do what they can, but if Sven stuck around, he's going to see them instantly. Teleport from Haunter goes in. He might just flash in and tie them up as long as he can. Sven is waiting to try and steal this. Biofrost as well. Ulti out from Moppy. Sven leaps in. No, he can't. He gets put by Darshan. Baron over to CLG, but TSM are going to wreck the team by Haunter. Takes out Afro move. And Darshan, he's trapped in as well. He's got a Guardian Angel. That's a huge amount of gold to have to give up. But CLG, they got the objective they wanted.
They get it, and the question is, can they get anything done with it? Because there's only 3 members alive. All 5 are on the field for TSM, and TSM is going to be the ones on the push here.
Last cone used there. Haunter going to get himself a bit more distance out. TSM, do they go for it? Do they bait it? They do have complete vision control right now.
They do not need to risk a 50-50 because they have good engage. They can start it up and then turn if CLG comes, and I think that's what they're going to try to do. Haunter is around the top side. He is looking for a flank, and then TSM will go for the fight.
Again, just keeping them interested.
Here he goes.
Now Karma's going to move in. Rengar ultimate popped. Who's he going in for? Looks for Afro. Damage not quite there, but Sven is so tanky. Redemption down. Heals the rest of TSM, and Afro goes down to Bjergsen. Now Darshan, stand up on the other side, has to get out. And Jinshot's just answering enough as Haunter jumps onto Xmithy and ties up the rest of the team. Hui tried to dive in there, but TSM just cannot be killed.
Darshan actually played that fight so well, too. He zoned out the Maokai, stopped him from doing his flank, then ulted him out of the fight, and they still lost that fight very clearly. Darshan losing to GA. They likely will lose the Baron. CLG must try to contest. They have no chance if the Baron goes down.
Smithy is here. They've got the poke. Firefrost is low. They pick up Smithy. That's going to turn it around. Stixxay now getting jumped on, forced to flash out of the way. Hui still alive, but they're going to surge forward. Ghostblade's activated. Going to try and chase Hui. Good stop. Bjergsen staring from Haunter. Does get the counter kill. Gets another as well. 2 kills for Hui as he falls valiantly.
And they stop the Baron. That's big for CLG. That keeps their hopes alive. Darshan will take some time to get back to the fight.
Massive top lane wave as well, but TSM actually look for the re-engage.
Oh, nice flash ult from Turtle.
Really nice. He's going to get locked down again. He tried to take Turtle down with him, but it's not going to happen.
That was such a good play from Wild Turtle. The flash ultimate nails who he takes down really the strongest member of the team right now. And CLG, again, they cannot give up the Baron. They must force this fight.
Smithy is available. Turtle going to eat some honey fruit, try and keep himself safe. Gets a lot of health back, actually.
Smithy has been known for his Baron steals. He's got a lot of objective steals over the years to save CLG.
TSM can't mess this one up. They might lose too much if they do. Ult from Afram is not bad, but Darshan's still caught. He's going to get finally taken down. Bjergsen on a rampage.
And they'll go right back to it. Now Darshan is out. It's only 3 members alive. I don't know if CLG can even try to contest this, but they feel like they have no choice. Smithy essentially has to get a steal at this point. That's really their only hope.
They're buying time for the juicy wave, but they really need to take this Baron away from them. Bjergsen flashes in, takes out Smithy, and that'll secure Baron for TSM.
Big play there from TSM. Afro is going to go down as well. TSM gets it all.
Locked it up and taking it down. They ping towards the elbow. Bjergsen goes back to collect the top lane wave from taking his inhibitor. Oh, Bjergsen!
He's going straight for Elder. They want to rush the Elder.
Haunter's there. It's okay. TSM and CLG, you have one last play to make to try and salvage this first game.
I think their one last play was 25 minutes ago, Pastry.
I think so as well.
A little bit inevitable.
Sven dives in. Sunblade onto Afro Moon. They're just going to take the inhibitor. Darshan, ulti's going to miss. Now Darshan going to get ulted by Turtle. Jin's going to open up. Sven and Haunter going to tank this, and TSM just going to walk the minions in and take down the Nexus.
Yeah, this is not much CLG can do. They will fight it out here at the Nexus, I'm sure, but hard to see them taking down TSM.
TSM already looping into action, going to try and take one Nexus turret down. They do get it. Darshan looking for Firefrost. They're just going to lock it all down. Afro almost dead as he wades through the chaos. And now TSM just going to work on it. Haunter leaps in onto Xmithy, going to try and take him down. Still not dead. Kristen Devan's going to keep him alive. Darshan diving to the backline. Now dead to Turtle, who goes unstoppable. And TSM is going to pick up a few more kills. Spencer leaps in onto Stixxay. That Turtle slammed him for the double. Nexus exposed, and TSM win game number 1 as Haunter doesn't even die. Leaping into the fountain.
Takes an easy one for TSM through when you do the combo. And that is very easy to execute. You just simply don't combo it. You press your W and then you press your Q as you arrive, and it's pretty nice. Works out quite well.
Well, there's the last pick. It is Haunter's Poppy, the expected pick, but again, TSM giving maximum information to Haunter to make sure he was comfortable with this lane. Bjergsen happy to blind pick his matchup because he already sees the Ori, and TSM again end up with a pretty good draft. CLG, this definitely feels like some vintage CLG. Stixxay on a big carry, Afro on a big playmaker, and the rest of his team should be able to facilitate a lot of these team fights very well.
So many ways to deliver the ball for Hui. There's Afromu flying in, there's the Rengar ult, there's Darshan dashing in. There's so many opportunities for him to get that ball delivered to the carries. And these are some relatively low mobility carries in the Syndra, in the Ashe. You know, these are not guys with dash, even the Malzahar and stuff. You can look for CLG to make plays. Their team fight is going to be terrifying. Where I think they have to worry is A, does Smithy finally show up on the Rengar? And B, can they survive the bot lane laning phase? They struggled hard last game, and they should again unless CLG can execute an all-in or a game.
Well, certainly a great game from Turtle and Bifrost in the first, and we'll see what happens here in game number 2. TSM picking themselves pretty standard, kind of taking a lot of the elements they had last game. Bjergsen will revisit Syndra actually for this game. CLG changing tactics up a bit. You know, they said we wanted to be more proactive last game. They were as far as play goes, but the comp didn't fit it. Now they say, fine, if that's our playstyle, we'll draft it to almost the extreme. Bifrost gonna spot one, making sure nothing else happened. It's pretty classic from TSM. Spen moves aggressively to the enemy jungle as Bjergsen pushed up. But that one doesn't quite work out. Swans are fighting back nicely here. Well, the Renekton is awfully tough in the early game.
He is. And, you know, Afro and Stixay getting pushed in very heavily. So much damage being taken there, but Bjergsen in trouble.
Out of mana, flash forward from Xmithie, first blood to the Rengar.
Go to a number of different places, and this was kind of what we were talking about in that earlier play. Smithy did want to go in, so he did actually force the flashes down there. I had not caught that, but yeah, forcing out those bot lane flashes, so he did get something for CLG. Top lane, Smithy and Hui are both making the roam up. They have been spotted by the ward. We'll see if Haunter backs off. If he does not, he may not be expecting this third member and could get corralled here. They're looking now.
Shockwave's there, Haunter needs to charge at the ulti, doesn't get Darshan, great flash! And now he's gonna tie him under the turret. Hui's there and Darshan gets the kill.
Really well executed, but TSM is going for the dragon. CLG will try to push for first turret here, and it will be a trade of gold for delayed power on that Infernal.
Easy Drake over to TSM, but a great play from CLG in the top lane. They get the kill on Haunter. Haunter preserves his flash, but CLG will give Darshan all the extra gold from the first turret as well.
Looking like maybe caught out.
Oh, actually maybe catch on the other side. Bifrost getting a little low. Xmithie's still eating damage. Fitzgerald leaps in and gets it. Afro already pops his ultimate. Haunter slams him into a wall. Hui trying to line up a big shockwave, but Toto gets caught by Darshan and taken down. TSM in disarray as Hui is going to get snared up. The shockwave doesn't complete as Bjergsen takes down the Orianna. And now Darshan silenced Bjergsen. Just needs another stun. And Afro move. You could be walking into a kill. He does go down to the spear. There's the stun to Darshan, and TSM get everything there.
4 kills for TSM as Smithy, pulling off his classic Rengar play, gets caught out there.
Things clinically, and now another play getting started.
He's not even in that bush.
Oh, Smithy gonna get taken down, and Garen gonna try and go for the all-in himself. Almost gets him at 6-8 there to save him. Oh! To take him down, can't quite kill the Rengar.
And Darshan is here. Hui has Shockwave. They can continue to chase if they want, but they will pull back.
The late game. Nothing's really out of control just yet. Nice stun there as on to Hui. Might be an all-in. That should be a kill. He flashes as well. Oh, Hui doesn't look good. Really worry about that. Bjergsen just zipping over the speed shrine. Darshan gonna get dove here.
Yeah, they're looking for it, but CLG is coming up and the Rengar ultimate is there. Afro is coming.
Stun, but Afro might be able to turn around. Bjergsen low with a good ulti onto Xmithie. Who's gonna prevent him from diving in. Now Afro still taking damage. Turtle needs a few more shots. Not quite enough as the barrage from Ezreal. Gonna get some stuff done.
Oh, big shockwave.
3, but now he gets stunned instead. It's gonna dive into him, and Spencer Garrett manages to pick it up. Haunter still going through as Afro's gonna get caught down as well. TSM just turn it all around. 3 clean kills and a turret.
And barely living, he now just dies every time, especially with the level lead that he has accrued for himself. So that is really the big concern, I think, is how effective is Hui gonna be compared to yours?
Oh, there's another kill. Xmithie gets blown up now. Hui's stunned up as well. Afro in the mix, but Darshan gonna go in and get himself ulti. Spencer Garrett on the flank, and Haunter now disrupting. Only shockwave on the one as Bifrost takes that Afro. There's a kill for Poppy as it takes down the Orianna. Darshan looking to go down as Tata with a flash volley. Gonna collect 4 more kills for TSM.
And the way that they have it set up, it's a slow push top, so it will build up very heavily. They will pressure bot and mid, and then they will...
Oh, they hit Hui. Haunter gonna go straight in there. Stun's gonna land in for the AoE out of Bjergsen. He's unstoppable. Darshan falls as well as he gets himself a double. Xmithie does assassinate poor Bifrost, but TSM will take the trade.
And I mean, who cares? TSM can walk right in. They lose their support, but it's not important at this point. They can take down the inhibitor. They have a massive wave topside. They can rotate up there and get even more, and their gold lead has ballooned so much with the Baron buff. Wild Turtle nails the stun. Bjergsen there for the follow-up. Easy kill, easy inhibitor.
Yep.
Select all this gold. We haven't actually spent it yet. So the Infernal is spawning next. 3 Infernals almost seals the deal. They want to get that, but Bifrost is very far up here.
The shield goes off. He's actually going to keep moving back towards his team. Finally looking to try and flash, but he doesn't have it. Xmithie goes down instead as TSM turn it all around. They save Bifrost. And now Spencer looking for more. Darshan gets stunned. He's going down as he dives back into the team. Spencer able to pick him off as TSM just keeping the ball rolling. Turtle! Oh, 6-8 drive for the big play. But Spen shuts him down.
And forget the Infernal now. Haunter will just chase the Orianna. TSM will go for the end with 3 kills down. They will look to close out the series.
Hui ghosting away from the Poppy. but his Nexus turrets don't look so safe. Bjergsen flashes in, finds the stun, gets the W down, and they just pour it all into him. Afromu trying to kite it out and save his base, but he died through Unbreakable Will. TSM collect the ace, Nexus turrets are gonna fall, and they complete a dominant sweep versus CLG.
Yeah, TSM makes it look easy. It was not the draft, it was the play, as TSM really outperformed their counterparts today, and will take down the Nexus here in Game 2.
So clean from TSM as they'll do their last bits of business. Haunter will hammer down the Nexus for the victory, and TSM looking revived after the break. They're on an upward trend, and that's going to keep continuing.